Hello my friends, I'm up at my neighbor's and every week or two I make him granola. So I thought today you could join me. And if I look a little tired, that's because I am. I took the wrong kind of magnesium last night. It was really high in glycinate. I'll do another video on that. But anyways, let's make some granola. So he's got the same oats I have. They're like a sprouted organic rolled oats. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take 2 cups of this, of the oats. One, it's not really a whole one. Make that one a little fuller. So, 2 cups. All right. Okay, next we're gonna add some sunflower seeds. I'm just hang on to that better. I'm gonna add just about a half a cup of sunflower seeds. There we go. And then we've got some pumpkin seeds. These ones are already roasted, but you can use raw, although you're gonna roast them. So another half a cup of that. Kind of making how he likes his granola. And then these are just some coconut flakes. And we'll do about, I would say, half a cup of those too. Come on now. Yeah, about half a cup of those too. Sometimes I just break them up a little bit with my hand, a little bit smaller. All right. Next, we're gonna add our nuts. And I'm gonna add some cashews today. Probably about a half a cup of each. And I'm gonna chop them up. We've got some almonds, walnuts, and pecans. I love pecans. So I'm just going to chop these up and then I'll add them to the bowl. So you don't have to watch me chop all these nuts. I shall be back when all the nuts are chopped and I'll add them to our bowl. Okay, there's all our chopped nuts in there. We'll give that a stir. I forgot to mention that I have the oven preheating at 300 and I lined a cookie sheet with parchment paper. Okay, that's all incorporated. Let's get on to the next step. All right, next we're gonna add the oil. Now he likes to use avocado oil. Works great. I personally like the flavor of coconut oil, but he feels this is a healthier oil for him. So we are gonna do the avocado oil, and that was half a cup that I did there. And then the next thing, since we've got just used the oil, we'll put the maple syrup in here and it should slide out a lot easier because of the oil. And again, ooh, that is full. Another half a cup of maple syrup is our choice of sweetener. Also, we add a little bit of vanilla. And that's a big bottle. And I definitely do a tablespoon or more of it just to get that vanilla flavor in there. Okay, and now we're just gonna give that a good stir. Incorporate it all in there nicely. Vanilla smells so good. And then you've got your maple syrup, like, ooh, it's all ready. All right, now I like to add just a little bit of salt. So we've got just a little bit of sea salt. And then we're gonna add some cinnamon. Helps with the blood sugar. And sometimes I will take an orange and zest that and put that in there also, which is really good. Comment what reason in the cinnamon. If you have any special ways you like to make your granola, any tips or tricks that would be fun to try. This is the old standby I always make, but this is kind of what he seems to like, so sometimes I'll change it up a little bit. All right, now we're gonna put it on the pan. Okay, we're gonna dump this on the pan. Get out as much as you can, and then I'm going to flatten it down and pack it really well. Okay, so there we go. And I'm just going to take the back of this spoon here, and I'm just going to flatten it all out, okay? Okay, so here it is. I flattened it out, packed it down. Now we're going to put it in the oven. And we're going to set the timer for 20 minutes. In the meantime, let's get our dried fruit ingredients together. So I've got some of the dried fruit. We're going to do raisins. And I normally put in dried cranberries, but my health store has been out for some reason. I don't know why. And I like to get the kind that are naturally sweetened, you know, in like apple juice, and then not full of seed oils and all that. But yeah, so instead of half a cup of raisins, I'll probably do like a good 3/4 cup in here of raisins, since we don't have the cranberries. And then I like to take some organic dates. You can use whatever kind you like. And you can just eyeball it, you know, to what, you know, I'm going to take about that many. And all I'm going to do is, just seeing if you can see it here, is I'm just going to, you know, chop a date up into all these kind of size pieces. And then we'll add that to the raisins. Raisins. Okay, we've got the raisins mixed with the dates, and we're just going to wait for the oven to beep. 20 minutes will be up. We're going to take it out of the oven. I'm going to gently stir it and then pack it back down again, and then I'm going to put it back in the oven for another 20 minutes. But I want to show you something quickly. I don't want to run out of time here. Okay, my neighbor gets these from Costco. They honestly taste like, here's what it looks like. It tastes like a fresh coconut, like, and then you dry it, like, here. I'm just crying. All that's in here is coconut. It's so sweet. Like, these are incredible. If you like coconut and you just want a little sweet something as a treat, so good. 5 more minutes. Yes, that's Don Williams playing in the background. Okay, 20 minutes is up, and this is what we're gonna do. Have a glove on, this is hot. And we're gonna just like break this up and stir it up, loosen it, get some more air in there. You do this and it'll dry better. Okay, and once you do that, again, we're going to take this back of the spoon and just really pat it and get it really compact. And as thin as you can. Thinner the better, the more compact, more it's gonna dry better and stick together. We want that good crunchy granola. So I'm just gonna keep doing that. I'm gonna put it back in the oven for another 20 minutes. All right, here it is, fresh out of the oven. It smells heavenly. And now what you gotta do is let it wait. I would give it a good hour just to harden up and cool down. And then you can add in your whatever dried fruit you choose. And then store it in your, break it up and store it in, he uses a glass jar. It seems to keep it good and crunchy. And yeah, so there you go. I hope you give this a try and enjoy.